for a great night of great stand-up comedy. Let me hear you. All right. Alex Comic's been doing these shows with us. We're so grateful she's here tonight with us. A great writer, a great comedian. Let's give it up for Mary Budd.
I know that Shania Twain says the best thing about being a woman is the prerogative to have a little fun. And I don't disagree, but I will say, I think one of the best things about being a woman is the friendships you forge while waiting in line to go to the bathroom, right? There's just nothing better. And like, I'll probably never see that woman again, but if I found out that she needed a kidney, I'd see if I was a match. Yeah. I was at a college house party and I was waiting in line to go to the bathroom, and it was a very long line. So in an effort to try to shame some men out of line to get them to go pee in the bushes, I started to chant, "Penis outside, vagina in the toilet." Yeah. There were some women in line who joined in with me, and I gotta say, we were pretty successful. I think we got like 3 men to leave line. So I guess what I'm saying is, organized protesting works, okay? Yeah. So I'm clearly not that tall, you can see me. Just a real low rider. I'm like barely over 5 foot. I think my doctor wrote on the form that I was 5'1", just out of pity. But, so it's always so sweet. Like, anytime we go to a concert, my husband is always like, "Babe, can you see the stage okay?" And like last time, I was just kind of like, "I'm gonna level with ya. I haven't seen the front of a stage in over 30 years, okay? Yeah, not since I was sitting in a multi-purpose room at a school assembly, crisscross applesauce, have I been able to see the front of a stage." I was like, I'm just happy to be in the room where it's happening, you know? That's enough. I was recently at a concert, and the bouncer asked to see my ID, and I was like, "Oh, my man, you can't just see the dead in my eyes, come on." And I knew I was too old to be at that concert, because the opener was a DJ. His name is DJ Veggie. I don't know if any of you are familiar with his discography. I am not. And at one point, he was like, "All right, guys, this next one's from my man, DJ Boom Boom." And like, people around me genuinely looked like they knew what that meant. And in an effort to blend in, I just yelled out, "Yeah, we all know who that is." I am at the age where if I am doing some kind of stretching on the floor, my husband feels it necessary to ask if this is some sort of life alert situation. Real sweet. But I will say, like, if you are starting to feel a bit older, one of the best remedies, go hang out with people older than you. I was recently on a trip with family members who were all over the age of 60, and I cannot tell you the intense satisfaction I got from being the only one who knew how to work the Bluetooth audio in the rental car. Yeah. Guys, I am still riding that high. Oh, so good. But yeah, I think that one of the things that nobody really prepares you for when you're getting older is how you have to start parenting your parent. Yeah, my mom recently got scammed. Oh, I know. It's okay, guys, we're working through it. We're setting up barriers. But yeah, so I just, I never knew that I would have to tell my 75-year-old mother, like, "No, Mom, you can't download the tile game on your iPad. You've lost privileges." Okay? And I'm sorry if my tone is a little harsh, but you left me no choice, Missy. Also, fuck scammers. If you are preying upon old people and taking advantage of their age, I hope you die a really terrible death, and I think that you should be tortured for eternity, okay? Yeah. But I will say, my sister and I did look out in finding a retirement community for my mom. And during my research, I found out that there are Margaritaville retirement communities. Yeah, that's right. you can quite literally waste away in Margaritaville. Unfortunately, though, Jimmy Buffett's a little pricey. So that's not what we chose, but I'm happy to say we found a place for Mom. And last time I was home, she texted my sister and I, and she goes, "Hey, would you girls come to an improv class at my retirement community?" And I said, "Oh, I have cleared my schedule." It wasn't so much yes and as it was, "Can you please repeat the instructions to this game?" We also had to do it seated for safety reasons. I recently got carded at Walgreens for cough medicine. Yeah, I didn't know they did this, but if you're under 40, they have to card you. To which I said a very sad statement to the cashier. I said, "Ooh, something to look forward to." But that wasn't even my weirdest interaction with a Walgreens cashier, I gotta say. There was one time I was in there, and there was a very nice, young, very stoned man behind the register. And he was like, "You have some rewards, would you like to use them?" I go, "Oh, how much?" And he goes, "It's $1. And I said, "Oh, sure." And then he said, in the most deadpan voice, he just goes, "I hope you brought your scuba gear." And I just go, "What?" And he goes, "Because you're swimming in savings." Thank you.
Come on, one more time for Mary. Let's get it going here. That's great stuff. So, just another update on the family. One of my daughters just got married. Hey, it was, thank you. It was very expensive, but I was wondering about that whole, diamond ring experience. He's a good guy. He's going to fit into the family really well. But I was just wondering about that whole process. The negotiation for the diamond. I think it's, I don't know, the rule of thumb is 2 or 3 months' salary. If you can swing it, it's the diamond.